Hi everybody, I'm Christy Forsyth with Clarity by Christy. I am a soul therapist and an intuitive that connects with the angelic energy. This is your weekly reading where I talk all about what to expect out of this week's energy that's impacting each and every one of us and how we can make the most of it. I'm doing this video a day early this week just because tomorrow's Halloween and I am going to be busy. My schedule is going to be a little bit different. So we're going to get this in today so that we cover all of the weekly energies. So first and foremost, I want to hear from you guys. I want to hear from you as to how you've been navigating these eclipse energies. We just closed out that eclipse portal with the eclipse on Saturday. What a time, right? Powerful, powerful energies. I'm a Taurus, right? And it was in Taurus. I felt the release. I felt the shift. I felt the power of it. And it was this closing out, not just for me, but for all of us, of what was a 2-year cycle. What was 2 years worth of work and lessons that we've been working on and closing things out and understanding that we're preparing for the next level of something, that we're preparing for new beginnings, that we're preparing for a new journey. And it was just so incredibly powerful and, in my opinion, really empowering. I think that sometimes it doesn't always feel that way, right? It feels like things are falling apart. Eclipse energy for me is like, it can look like a lot of things are falling apart. It can look like a lot of things aren't going the way that you want them to go. But I feel like on the other side of them, we start to see the ways that we're rebuilding in really powerful ways and that we're being moved in the directions that we're supposed to be moved in. Oh my gosh, this light, I'm gonna move it. Sorry, sorry if I'm squinting. I have these lights on me and I never realize how bright they are until I go live, and then here we are. So anyway, so powerful shifts. I think that we're preparing for new beginnings. I think that we're still going to be feeling these energies over the next 6 months or so. And it's going to be this continuation of closing out cycles and becoming aware of what needs to change, what needs to shift, and why things have changed, why things have happened the way that they have happened. So I think that it's so important for us right now to be mindful of that, to let ourselves go with the flow, to not fight against it. Very similar to last week, we don't want to try to tell the universe what to do. We don't want to tell God how to do his job, basically, right? We want to just allow this process to unfold and to notice what it is that we're being shown. I think that we have been making important decisions for ourselves, and I don't think that we're done. I was working on my monthly reading for my membership. If you are a member of my Clarity by Christy membership, shout out to you guys. But if you're not, I do monthly readings like this, but they're more in depth and they give you a sense of what to look for throughout the course of the month so that you can kind of plan ahead for the energies. But one of the things that stood out to me is that we're not done with the choices that we're making, right? We are continuing to choose what our 2024 and beyond is going to look like. What does that timeline that we're going to be on look like? What kind of experiences are we going to be manifesting? And that's going to be based on not just our decisions from the past, but our decisions that we're making now and the decisions that we're going to be making over the course of the next months or so. So if it feels like it's an important decision, it is because it is, right? And these can be these decisions. It doesn't have to be like, oh, I'm choosing between this thing or that thing. It can be a decision, like the decision to speak your truth. It can be the decision to lean into something that you're being intuitively led to do. It can be a willingness to let go of something that you're recognizing no longer serves you. It can be so many different things. And I think, speaking of letting go of things that no longer serve us, I am feeling here in this week that we're going to be recognizing how strong we truly have become. It's like I got this image of us no longer needing this crutch to walk anymore, right? So the crutch that we thought that we needed, we don't need anymore because we're incredibly strong on our own and we've been building up this strength, right? So it's symbolic for the strength that we've been building. So we thought that we needed this crutch or these crutches, these things to prop us up, to hold us up, to provide us with strength, or at the very least to provide us with a certain level of coping or comfort or stability. And I think that this week there's like that further recognition that we don't need this crutch anymore. You know, whether like, maybe it's like this thing financially that you've been doing because it makes you feel good and safe. But this week you recognize like, that really just like feeds the fear that I have. Or, maybe it's this habit that you have been saying, oh, this helps me with this, but now you're starting to recognize that either you don't need it anymore or that it isn't really that helpful to you. So it's that kind of energy where it's like something that is no longer that helpful to you, or maybe it's just something that you've been holding on to for a long time. Maybe an option, an opportunity, something that you had that you kind of put on the back burner, and now you're recognizing like, I don't need to keep that on the back burner. I don't need a get out clause, or I don't need this. How do I explain this energy? Sometimes it's hard to put it into words. I don't need this thing to prop me up because I'm capable of standing strong on my own. I don't need a backup plan here. I'm going to just go all in with my faith, with my trust, not only in myself, my belief in myself, my trust in myself, but my trust in my belief in my higher power. And I'm going to trust that if my intuition is leading me here, it's because this is where I'm meant to be. And God, the universe, will take care of the rest. And so these are the types of decisions that we're making. And these decisions are making us aware of where we just don't need these things that maybe used to make us feel better in the past or feel stronger in the past. Now, like when I got that image, I also saw us standing on new legs, so if you think about like if we were standing on new legs, the muscles maybe aren't quite worked out enough and we're still a little wobbly. We're still kind of learning how to do this, but I think it's our job to keep putting one foot in front of the other and letting our strength build and grow and develop, and then our trust in these legs, our trust in ourselves to continue to grow and develop and build. And as we do that, we recognize, number one, how strong we already have become, how strong this whole process has already made us, but how strong we are becoming, and how less and less we need those things that maybe made us feel better in the past, but on some level no longer serve us. The other thing that I heard when I was connecting with this energy is that it doesn't have to be a battle. You just need to make a choice, right? So I think that in some ways, like we're battling over decisions that we just need to make a choice. We just need to make a decision. And I think this week we're going to be making choices. And quite frankly, I think we know. It isn't a situation where it's like, do I choose this or that? It's like, I want to choose this, or I'm called to choose this, but I'm afraid is what it feels like. That feels scary. That feels new. That feels like I'm going into uncharted territory. We're supposed to be going into uncharted territory right now. It's supposed to look different. I think I called my video last week something about like your soul leading you off the map, right? And we need to let our journey, our soul journey, lead us off the map, lead us into places that we never would have expected, or that we don't know at all, and let ourselves be shown. I always think back to like a reading that I had years and years ago, and in it she told me all of the things that I'm doing now, but at the time I didn't see any of that for myself. Like it was so far removed from where I was at. and the vision that I had for myself, and frankly, the confidence that I had in myself, that I was like, absolutely not. That isn't correct. In fact, like, I feel bad because I commented as to how bad that reading was. But now I see the way that developed, and I see that what she was tuning into was God's vision for me. What she was tuning into was my potential, and that's what it feels like. It's like God sees our potential. This vision for you is bigger than you see, and so sometimes it's hard to see the direction that you're going. Sometimes it's hard to see, we're taking these baby steps in the direction of where we're feeling called, but it's hard to know where that path is leading, and maybe that's okay. Can we let that be okay? Because it's part of the bigger picture. It's part of where we're meant to go. Pisces Moonbeam says she's so glad that she caught me today. I'm so glad that you're here too. I think that these are such important messages right now. The other thing that I heard is, whatever it is, it's no match for God. And so I think that, like, I do feel like there's a strength building within us, and I do feel like we're moving into a bit of a lighter energy in some ways, but also, like, we're working through things, right? And so can we hand it up? Can we understand that God has us no matter what it is that we're navigating? And by the way, I think that Scorpio season has a way of really magnifying the emotional aspect of what we're feeling, right? So can we take a step back and go, like, maybe I'm going to feel better about this in a couple of days. Maybe, like, if I just go to bed tonight, and maybe I'm going to wake up tomorrow morning and feel a little bit differently. So be careful, like, in this energy, your emotions can get to you, and they can really take over in a lot of ways. And you'll look back and go, I don't really understand why I felt so upset about that. It also has this ability to just, like, bring these things out of us that are so deep within us. We've been doing a lot of healing of deep layers. And I think that Scorpio season is the finale of that. Like, how do we get to, like, the depth of these layers, and can we see this healing as beautiful? Because once you heal it, right? Once you've moved past it, you move past it, and you no longer have these things that are weighing us down, preventing us from continuing on this path moving forward. I think that the energy at the end of the year, I think it's going to pick up pretty quickly. But right now, can we just do the healing? Can we let ourselves connect with whatever is wanting to come through? And can we have faith in ourselves that, like, we're strong enough to navigate all of this? I don't even think, like, it's that heavy or that bad. It's just like, we're just on a journey. We're just working through a lot of things. And can you have faith in yourself that, like, you've been through way worse. We've been through way more challenging energy. So can we have faith that we can get through this too, and that maybe there's a blessing on the other side of being willing to take a look at whatever it is coming up for you, for being willing to be bold, to take action in the direction of the things that you're feeling called to take action on, to have the strength to say what you need to say, to do what you need to do, and to continue to let your intuition guide you every single step of the way. Your intuition will guide you every single step of the way if you are listening to it. So stop pushing it aside. We're so intuitive right now. We're more intuitive right now than we have been all year. Stop pushing it aside, especially because you're afraid, because that's what I feel like is a big part of the energy. Like, I feel it, I know it to the depths of me, but I'm scared, so I shut it down. And it's like the repetition again and again and again. And Colleen is saying my strength is really being called into question today. I understand, and I'm sending you light. I'm sending all of you light. Maybe tomorrow, Colleen, you're going to feel stronger. Like, can we hold on? Can we just do what we need to do to take excellent care of ourselves when we're feeling these challenges, when it's a rough day, a rough week, And can we do what we need to do to take care of ourselves so that we can reset and so that we can show up in this world the best version of ourselves? The best mom, the best dad, the best friend, the best person that's taking care of us, right? And so can we just make sure that we're also being compassionate towards ourselves? And it's okay. It's okay to feel down and bad and to be struggling with these things. But trust yourself. Trust that you have a lot of strength and resiliency. So many, I hear your stories, guys. Like, the things I've heard, I've been doing soul therapy 9 years. I've been doing some form of mental health counseling or mental health counseling or counseling for almost 24 years. I've heard a lot of stories, and you guys are incredible. And you've navigated so much. And honestly, I just feel like right now, like if we look at it, it's like, no, I got this. Tune into that I got this energy, okay? I just saw that Ace of Cups when I was splitting the deck. Fulfillment, taking care of ourselves, making sure that our cup is being filled as well. We are responsible for that, no one else, right? So what are you going to do to fill your cup? What are you going to do to achieve fulfillment, to find that balance that we are needing? Thank you guys for tuning in. Maybe this is a good time for me to go live. See lots of you here. Make sure you say hi. I always love to hear from you. If you guys are watching this on my YouTube, make sure you subscribe to my channel. I'm going to be releasing some videos over there in November. So some different videos, not just my energy videos. So check that out, get subscribed so you can get notifications. Lots of shuffling here, right? What does that mean? Lots of shuffling in our lives. There's a lot of moving parts right now. A lot of things are not clear. We are the creators, right? So it's going to be decided based on our energy, our beliefs, our focus, right? What is the energy that we're feeding? That's an important part of the decisions that we're making right now. Hi, Autumn. Nice to see you on here. We are so strong and good. This is such a strong energy, guys. But you got those baby legs underneath you and they're a little wobbly. It's okay. We're strong. You guys are not members on my membership, there's a link below to jump on that. I have, like, if you sign up for my email listing, I'll put that below. You will get another follow-up email that will give you a what do you call that? Like a coupon code to be able to join for $2.22 for your first month, and it's only $9.99 every month after that for as long as you want to stay. But I think that you want to stay. I have all kinds of stuff, all kinds of tools to help you to navigate this energy sessions, a monthly energy reading, classes, and tools for managing stress and anxiety, and when you're feeling overwhelmed with energy. I have hypnosis sessions up there. I just have, like, it's over 2 years worth of content. I'm going to be having a conversation with Jaron Kenyon this month about manifestation. Some of you guys are familiar with him. Some of you are not. He's amazing. Yeah, Pisces moon is saying so strong. Mercury and Mars and Scorpio too. I'm telling you, I feel it. I feel it. I know it. Like, there's just like this. I woke up this morning like, all right, yesterday too, but like, we've got this. We've got this, and it's powerful. So if we can, like, think about adjusting our radio dial to, like, tune into the strength and the power, it's out there. It's available to us right now. And so can we think about, let me just, like, mentally adjust that and tune into that energy. You guys are sensitive to energy, so you can choose the energy that you're tuning into. King of Pentacles. We've got this, right? Like, we've got this. And to me, this is like, I don't know why, like, this makes me feel emotional. Maybe it's a Scorpio season thing. It's like the development of everything that we've worked for, And I think we're going to start to see it, right? Like evidence of that. I was talking like a few weeks ago about the floodgates opening and things coming in. And this week like feels like, wow, I did that. I made that decision. I made that choice. I did this thing. I put this work in. This is about like you put the work in and now you get to reap the reward. Now you're sitting pretty. And I don't think, by the way, that like we're done with our work. So this might be like actual work. This might be emotional work, psychological work, soul work, whatever this is, right? But like there's some kind of reward that's coming in. This is us being so powerful and so strong, but we're continuing, if this makes sense, to act out of this energy, right? So like there's this awareness, like not only have I created amazing things and do I have amazing things coming in for me, but I'm continuing to create amazing things. I'm continuing to like lay down the foundation for my future, because you know what? My future is going to be amazing. And I'm going to do everything I can today to set myself up for that. And that includes, by the way, the decisions that you're making. So important. If you've been thinking about like starting a business, taking your business to the next level, just putting extra energy into that, this is definitely going to pay off. With your emotional work, if you're like, I feel like I'm going to go in harder with this. We've had, Nicole and I are having that, quantum glow up retreat that we're doing in Orlando in February, and people are investing in themselves this week and deciding to join us. And I'm so excited. I can't wait to like dive into that work with you guys. People are investing. This is about the investments that you're putting into yourself, into whatever it is, are going to be paying off. And I think that we're going to see some of that even as early as this week. Autumn saying the emotional work is killing me. Clearing it out feels great though. It does feel great, right? We do feel lighter, whether we chose to clear it out or the universe did that for us, because there's been a lot of that too, right? 3 of Pentacles. This is like, we're diving in. We're doing the work. We're not only doing the work, but we're letting people support us in that. Or we're teaming up with people with a shared vision, with a sense of like, this is now where I want to go. And I think that there's a lot of clarity on this stuff right now. So it's like, we're finding our people, like who sees us, who supports us, and who wants to do this with us, whether that's something that's work related, whether you're working together with just some kind of shared goal in some way, maybe even like, this can be just like an energy of like working on something with a group of people, and you're developing something, right? You're developing something. This is also a message for some of us to let people help you, now let the right people help you, right? Like this isn't just like a free for all, like to let everybody in, but use your discernment, use your intuition, but letting the right people help you and support you with whatever it is that you're needing to work on. That's going to help you to be the best version of yourself, because 9 of Pentacles, it's bringing us to a really incredible place where we're feeling more fulfilled. We're feeling like we found a little bit more of a balance with our time, with our energy, with our resources, with our money. So much so that like there's some left over, right? Like, so whether that's our energy, our time, our money, there's like, we have something to give this week. And I think that part of what has happened over this development, over this time, has been like that it's given us an opportunity in some ways to pour into ourselves. And as we have poured into ourselves and will continue to pour into ourselves, we then get to that place where we have something that we actually can give, right? And so many of you are like me, you're helpers, you're healers, and like that works really well with our brain. We'll take really good care of ourselves if it means that it allows us to be better for the people that we care about, or the people that we feel called to help. So keep that in mind. You're not only just bettering yourself to better yourself, but you're doing that by extension to help the people that you love, to help the people that you work with, that you come into contact with, that you serve, whatever that looks like. So by extension, but this is an incredible energy. And I feel like we're like, this is pre-Empress energy, right? Like propped up, ready to go, where we're becoming this magnet for all of the things that we're wanting to create. And I think that we have a lot of good things coming in. We have to keep investing in ourselves and making an important decisions for ourselves. Two of Cups. The missing piece coming in. You know, this can be a beautiful soul connection, love relationship. This can be the person that you're needing to help support your work, your business, a goal that you have. Again, there is like this energy of like letting people help, or letting people in. I think that like over time we've put up a lot of armor, right? You get hurt and you put armor up. And I think this is part of the message here, is like to be open and to let things come into our experience, and that we don't have to do it all on our own, and that there are these blessings that are coming in. Like this truly feels like this energy is like a blessing. It's like maybe we've been saying, I just need help with this, or I just need this thing, and that will help to support me in moving forward with this. And as we make important decisions this week, this month, that comes in, right? Almost like as that reward, as we're open, as we're willing to take leaps of faith and trust our intuition, and to let go of these crutches that just no longer truly support us, that comes in, right? Like we've created this space for blessings. This is about blessings. This is about that thing that we're needing to fulfill the gap, the space that we need in our life. It's not a crutch, it's a missing piece. It's a different energy. It's sometimes not even about like that coming from outside of ourselves, but it's like developing that part of ourselves within ourselves, right? It's like all of a sudden we realize like, oh, I've had the ability within myself all along to do this. I just didn't believe in myself, or I just didn't step into my strength and my power, and I didn't let that drive me. Now, the only more challenging energy that we have here is the Nine of Swords. So Nine of Swords, you can get the vibe, right? Not really a happy, cheerful energy. So we might still be stuck in our heads. We might be worrying, having sleepless nights, but the energy of all of these is so powerful. I was talking last week about the cards with the yellow in the background, and that meaning that we're moving into joy and happiness. And that's what it feels like, this energy. We're getting closer and closer to the sun coming out, to feeling like we're on the other side of this darkness. So like, I feel like I just need to say with that card, like, hang in there. And I keep feeling like I need to say, go to bed, right? Like sometimes if you're having a rough day, it's hard to turn your energy around. And if like, especially if it's been one thing after another. So if you catch yourself being in that place, and obviously like we have to wait sometimes, we can't just like go to bed right now, right? It's 3:55 in the afternoon when I'm filming this. So you might not go to bed right now, but like if there's a day this week, this month, whenever, that you're just like, I just can't reset myself. One of the greatest resets that you can do is to get some sleep, to get some rest, to take care of yourself. So slow down a little bit. It's okay for us to slow down right now and just take care of you. Because on the other side of that, we have the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands is like the floodgates opening, like we were talking about. Like there's so many blessings coming in. Like this is all blessings. This is beautiful. And it's coming in, right? Like, and honestly, I think that part of why things have felt a little slow in some ways is that we are preparing. We've been preparing for this next level of things, and we have to like be ready for that when it comes in. And that's what it feels like still, is like there's a certain level of readiness. Like, are you ready for when your blessings actually come in? Are you truly prepared for that? I want you to think about that. And if not, what do I need to do in order to make sure that I'm setting myself up in such a way that when that inevitably comes in, I'm good, I'm supported, and I'm not going to be overwhelmed by that energy? Because sometimes the Eight of Wands, it's like all these amazing things coming in, but it's like coming in really quickly. I also feel like with that card, like some of us are going to be having important conversations. People coming in, like maybe message after message or call after call, opportunity after opportunity, like these things coming in where it's just like, wow, that's what they see in me. And it helps us to see the positive within ourselves. It helps us to understand how, like, the potential that we really, really have. So I think that we're going to get a lot of that, and maybe just, I don't know, I'm feeling an energy of some healing conversations as well. So I'm really curious to see. Quite a week, right? But I'm not surprised right here on the other side of the eclipse. So those are your weekly messages. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you are watching this on my YouTube, please hit that subscribe button. It helps to support the channel so much. Please hit that like button. I always love to hear from you guys in comments below and hear how you're doing, what's going on for you, how you're experiencing the energy this week. Thank you so much, and I will see you soon with another video. Take care, guys.